The other day I put up a video to help you get stronger shoulders and hands and wrists than 95% of the adult population. And after that video, I wanted to make a follow-up to help you get stronger shoulders and hands so that you can hang properly and safely. So in this video, we're going to talk about what to do to strengthen your fingers if that seems to be the limiting factor. And we're going to talk about how to progress from doing the one arm hang to actually doing the monkey bars, and how you can then gradually progress to being able to do even more of the monkey bars than just like 1 or 2 rungs. So if you're ready, let's get ready to think right, move right, and feel right. Being able to do the monkey bars means that your fingers, your wrists, your arms, your shoulders all have the strength to do some basic stuff, which means your body has a better chance of actually feeling good. If you can't do the monkey bars, you got a lot of weakness, probably stiffness and tightness in your arms, shoulders, and hands. That is going to cause aching and discomfort in your daily life. In daily life, that might mean you have trouble reaching up overhead to pull something out of the top shelf. It might mean that you can't pick up a bag of groceries without feeling like your shoulder just went out of whack. If you can train yourself to be able to do the monkey bars, you're gonna feel a lot of shoulder pain issues resolve. You're gonna feel less shoulder pain as long as you train safely and stay within a reasonable, comfortable range of motion and challenge. And hey, I got a question for you. What brought you to this video? Why are you thinking about your weak fingers and doing the monkey bars? Drop me a comment down below. So if you're trying to do the monkey bars and it just feels like, oh my God, my fingers are gonna break apart, then make sure you use something to support you. Use a chair underneath you, use the ground, whatever it is, and just hold on and only give yourself enough weight that you can actually manage with your fingers. If your fingers feel like, oh God, then you're going too far. You're putting too much weight in. Just give yourself some assist and get used to hanging on like this. If even just a little bit of verticality hurts, then you can just use something that's lower and just get used to holding and leaning with your weight into your fingers. You could just do it like this, where you're holding on to a vertical bar or holding on to a wall or doorway at home. You can do it one hand at a time. You can do it 2 hands at a time. Just hold for 20, 30, 40 seconds and build up a little more finger strength. As you get more comfortable, just start hanging on to something like this and do it for longer and longer periods. Your fingers will definitely complain when you first start, but they will get stronger as you practice. Now, if you're looking for another simple way to build strength in your fingers and hands without using a bar, you can use some weight. So if you've got dumbbells or you've got kettlebells lying around, start off with a nice light weight that you don't feel scared about and just hold on to it. Walk around the house holding on to your kettlebell. Go, I don't know, check on the dishes and make sure, I don't know, the laundry is in the dryer. And then as your hand and arm get tired, you can just take a little rest. Over time, you're gonna notice that your hands and wrists get stronger and get used to holding on to weight. And you wanna just keep working on heavier and heavier weights and longer hold times. And that's gonna transfer into your ability to hold your own weight when you're hanging from a bar. This is also gonna help the skin on your fingers get used to that kind of abrasion. So any kind of weight, kettlebells, dumbbells, whatever you got is good to go. Keep in mind, before the modern cell phone and computer age, we actually had to use our hands to do stuff on a regular basis. We actually used to have to use these things to hunt and pull food out of the ground and prepare food and like make bread or tortillas or whatever. Our hands actually had to do stuff, so our hands were naturally stronger because we were using them all the time. If all you're doing is sitting around on your phone or typing on the computer, you're not doing anywhere near enough to make sure that your hands and wrists and forearms and shoulders are strong. And if you don't have dumbbells or kettlebells lying around the house because you're not some sort of weird fitness freak, then you can just use a backpack or a purse and just put some extra weight into it and just hold it by the handle. Sorry to ruin that excuse for you. Now, in the previous monkey bar video, I did mention that you want to work on one arm hangs before you start reaching for the next rung. And that is true. And in this video, I'm going to show you what to do to start safely reaching for that next rung so you don't rip your arm out. Once you've gotten stronger with just holding your own body weight, and you can do it with one arm, then you can start working on actually reaching for that next bar. Now, you might not be able to do it right off the bat, so if you want the middle ground, then you can just use some support. And then as you're hanging, I've got my foot on the ladder here, and I'm just gonna practice going here, right? Just practicing that reach here, so that my shoulder gets used to it, my fingers get used to it, my wrists, everything gets used to it. And then you want to do a couple times on each side and then switch off. Practice that reach. Practice that reach. Use enough help so that this feels safe and comfortable, and make sure you take your time. If there's an angle that feels rough, like right here, it actually feels like there's a line of tension, I'm going to take my time here and just let that get used to being there, so that when I'm doing it at speed, it becomes easier. It doesn't feel like I'm gonna rip anything because I gave myself some practice in that tough position. In other words, if I feel like, ooh, that's no good, I'm gonna practice this for like a week, 2 weeks, and make sure that it feels good. So then the next time I do it, I'm feeling it and it's okay, then I can reach and it's no problem. I don't want to push this super hard, super fast, because slow is safe and fast is foolish. Hey, I just want to take a quick second to say a huge thank you to Mary Wolf for giving $100. Again, Mary, thank you so much for your donations to support this channel. If you want to support this channel too, use the links you'll find in the description box, or go to paypal.me/uprighthealth, or use the join and thanks buttons on YouTube. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, go to my website at uprighthealth.com/DIY to find a program that'll work for you and to get a free program. All right, that's it. Let's get back to the video. As I mentioned in the previous monkey bar video, you should progress things slowly and gradually. Make sure that you are doing this as much as your body can tolerate without feeling like you're wrecking yourself or crippling yourself with soreness. If you feel like you need to take a day off, you might actually need to take a day off. As you get stronger and as you learn what your body's limits are, you can start to push a little bit harder, but really, you're a grown-up, you have a day job. How hard do you really need to push this? The answer is the risk-reward ratio is probably not there for you unless you have a really strong sense of ego. So just take your time, work on it gradually over the next coming weeks, months, and maybe even years, and you will find one day you are, in fact, able to do the monkey bars. If you've got shoulder pain and you want a program to help you rebuild your shoulders at home, go to uprighthealth.com/DIY and check out the shoulder fix, or use the links you'll find in the description box. For more free videos to help you with your shoulders or anything with your body, be sure to check out these free videos here. Like, share, and subscribe with the bell notification on. And as always, I hope you remember that pain sucks, life shouldn't.